Wow, what a weekend for the Niners.
Hey, you know what? A win is a win. A win is a win.
Oh, it's fantastic. They overcame a ton of adversity, a couple of strange calls, some people missing, a lot of people missing, a backup quarterback, backup wide receiver. Sky Moore starting at wide receiver, and came out with a win, 3-0. Fantastic.
That was a big win for those Niners. And hey, sometimes you just have to win ugly.
Exactly.
And they were able to do that. But we need to focus on high school.
Okay, back to high school sports.
Back to high school. So 4 weeks done. We're on to week 5. Welcome to the Cover Cal High podcast. I'm your host, Jake Vanderbrook, alongside Robert Braunstein, filling in for Aubrey this week. And then we got the Milpitas man, Adrian Soriano, with the salute, the right camera. He's like 5 for 5. 5 for 5.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Maybe 6 for 6.
Hey.
One of those. But let's start off with our wins of the week. Adrian, take us away.
I'm going to go Menlo flag football. I guess I can do Menlo football, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Both teams were very impressive. Before I say anything else, thank you, Pam McKinney from Menlo. Really helped me out with parking for both games. We love her. We love Menlo on the show. But, yeah, Menlo flag football, very impressive. Ava Allen, 5 total touchdowns. I mean, she's the best quarterback in the Bay Area for flag football.
So Ava Allen, their quarterback.
Yes.
Good friend of the show, good friend of the podcast, been on the podcast, playing great. And the quarterback is the key, really,
Absolutely.
in flag football. It's like 7-on-7. Your quarterback is the key. And she's doing a great job. My question is, the 1-yard blitz or the 7-yard blitz? Should they go back to the 7-yard blitz or should they stay with this 1-yard blitz? My feeling is way too much pressure on the quarterback. They have no time to do anything. Teams are now trying to roll out on every play to buy some time. Liberty did that at my game. They'll talk more about last week. What do you guys think?
I still think it's too soon to tell. I really do. I mean, we are not even halfway through the regular season in flag. I would have to evaluate that after the postseason.
Yeah, I think there's still an adjustment period for a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, Ava Allen, in my opinion, I think adjusted to the 1-yard blitz.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I mean, my goodness. But I got to give it another season at least to really evaluate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really need a certain type of quarterback that kind of has Brock Purdy skills. That's able to be really quick in short distances to get away from some of those rushers. Some of these quarterbacks last year, like the young lady I did a story on at Andrew Hill, who had time last year and threw a great deep ball, and that's how they were winning games, and they've really had to adjust to that. This year it's a much different game.
Yeah, it's just an adjustment. I mean, we definitely see the difference with that.
Not a lot of scoring.
Not a lot of scoring, a lot of defensive showdowns. And, I had that with James Logan against Castro Valley. It was a 6-0 final. It was all defense. I mean, Castro Valley's defense racked up 4 interceptions in the game, and James Logan was lights out from start to finish. They were very aggressive with the flagpoles. But what was your win of the week?
My win of the week, Liberty College Park. Liberty is our number 2 ranked flag football team in the Bay Area. I shot that game, went up to Liberty, and they were very nice to me up there. Didn't need to have a parking spot. They had parking available already, which was great. And they started one quarterback who had some problems and then went to Malou at the end, and I'm flaking on her first name. Do I have it written down here?
So they call her Noah.
Noah.
Short for Noah Malu.
Yeah. Yep. Ella Noah Malu is her name. And she is the niece of Marcus Malu of Malu Fitness and Training, not a sponsor, but an old friend of the show who trained Najee Harris up in Antioch in that area.
And doesn't he coach, isn't there a Malu that coaches at Deer Valley?
That's right.
That is Marcus,
Marcus, yeah. So she is his niece, and a sophomore came in and did a great job and helped them beat College Park in what was a fairly close game, and then they kind of blew it out in the second half. But she was able, really fast and with that quickness, was able to run that offense and did a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. And that defense is superb, no question about it.
They are. And that's if you can cover, and they picked off a couple of passes, did a great job.
Yeah, Liberty's a good team. They were really good last year and the year before, and they're looking good right now. They're undefeated. But you know who's also undefeated? Switching to football now, the Alameda Hornets.
Alameda?
How about those Hornets?
Yeah, that was a nice win for Alameda on the road, going to Concord to take down Mount Diablo 45-21. And the story of this game, Kirk Humbles III. 3 total touchdowns, whether it was offense or defense. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, if I recall correctly. And then he also had a pick 6. It was really his game as Alameda was able to roll past Mount Diablo.
And did you interview him afterwards?
No, this was just a regular game.
Just wondering if he was humble or not afterwards.
So he had a humbling offense.
Yeah.
A humbling offense.
He humbled the other
in my voiceover, it says, "Stay humble, Kirk Humbles."
Yeah. There you go.
So, but yeah, no, great win for Alameda as they're now 4-0 on the season.
Wow.
The last time they were 4-0 back in 2023. So let's get to some of our previews for this week. Let's do it. McClymonds and Cal. This is an interesting game. Now, keep in mind, McClymonds hasn't played a game since early September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
They
forfeit
didn't play
last week.
And then they had a bye the week before, if I recall correctly.
They had a bye week before. Man, that's so unfortunate, though.
That's
right?
tough.
So tough. But, hey, I think it's still a win in their book. It's a forfeit win.
Yeah, technically in the books,
They have Marcus and Michael Peters, great coaches
Yep.
on their team. They'll get them ready. They'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is interesting. California 4-0. They looked really good. They went on to beat MA 28-13.
But this will be their toughest game.
This is their toughest game before they dive into league play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you look at McClymonds, I mean, we talked a lot about Burrell Staples so far this season, Cal Poly commit. We've talked about Rashawn Duncan, an outstanding receiver, and we talk about the fact that he is making plays even though he had a cast on his hand.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I still can't get over that, but Rashawn Duncan is a baller, no question about it.
He's an athlete, man.
But there's some other talent that we have to recognize. Another receiver that draws my attention, Jesse King. He's a very shifty receiver. Covered them against St. Francis, had a big receiving touchdown in that victory over those Lancers, and very good in the secondary as well. And then they have a big pass rusher in Koi Taese, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Very outstanding pass rusher, and he had 2 monster sacks in the game that I covered. So he is going to be very effective for those McClymonds Warriors.
They're physical, McClymonds.
They always will be.
Small team, but, man, physical.
Don't matter.
So,
they
don't matter.
Can keep each other accountable.
Absolutely.
And then for Cal, on the other hand, Arjun Banerjee,
Yep.
quarterback, doing very well this year, 655 yards in his game so far.
9 touchdown passes.
9 touchdown passes.
And they're undefeated. Cal.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So.
And they also have an outstanding receiver in Darius Brown. He has 5 receiving touchdowns. Believe he has just over 300 yards receiving. So, yeah, Cal's looking really good. Adrian, what do you think will be the key for Cal to take down Mack?
I think they got to match the physicality that Mack offers, right? I mean, you have to match that physicality. It's going to come down, I think, to the run game, in my opinion, right? I think I'm going to make a prediction for this game already. I'm going to go Mack. I like Mack's physicality. I mean, when they need to move the ball, they will move the ball, right? I mean, Cal, not taking anything away from Cal, but I just think Mack's physicality will take a toll in the end of the game.
I think for either team, I think the biggest key component, I should say, I would have to say is getting off to a fast start. McClymonds hasn't played a game in almost 3 weeks heading into Friday, so it's going to be very important for Cal to get off to a fast start. And if they don't, McClymonds can easily set the tone, and it could be Mack football from start to finish. So I think that's going to be really key for Cal and for Mack, especially for not playing in a while.
I think, too, the line play is going to be important.
Sure.
Cal has more numbers than Mack has. Mack does not have a lot of players. They just have a lot of great players. And so Cal if they can run the ball and wear down Mack late in the game, I think they could go away with it.
And there's gonna be like a period of rust too with Mack, right? Not being able to play for 2 weeks. I mean, again, that's not their fault that they weren't able to play last week. But again, just that rust, that's the opportunity for Cal to really get ahead in the game.
But on the other hand, you get healthy too.
Yes.
You get 2 weeks of no games and nobody getting hurt.
That's true. That is also
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you can look at it that way too. So, absolutely. I think this is going to be high scoring.
Really?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I think both teams will crack 20, no problem.
Okay.
But
You're taking the over.
what's the line?
I don't know.
Okay. But I can see this being a high scoring game. But what about you?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think it could be like a 21-14 kind of thing.
Defense. Defense.
It'll be interesting.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So the WCAL is back. It's opening week
Thank goodness.
of league play. And we got some great games.
Yes.
I know for a fact on our show we're going to be covering Sacred Heart Cathedral taking on Bellarmine.
I think Robert has that game.
Oh, okay. Very nice. But this is the big game.
Yes, it is.
Out of the WCAL. Serra and Valley Christian.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Last week on our podcast, I told everyone, Serra, Valley Christian, I will be there. Guess what, guys? I will be there with the MVP of the game getting a pillow courtesy of Mancini's Sleep World. Thank you, Mancini's, for being a sponsor on our show. They will also get a sleep mask, or I don't even know what you call that. I've never used one, but you'll get a sleep mask as
Oh, they're
the MVP.
wonderful.
Oh, they're nice, but I've never used it.
Okay.
They look nice.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, going back into this, whenever Serra and Valley Christian go up against each other, it's always an interesting matchup. Valley Christian always puts Serra to the test. They really do. But that doesn't really show as the result because Serra has won the last 8 matchups against those Warriors. So I still think this is going to be a very tightly contested game, though.
It's a very different Valley Christian team this year.
It is.
In their offensive philosophy. They're really almost 50-50 run to pass, which in the past they've been
It's always run, right?
run. Mike Machado, loves to run the ball. So it's been interesting this year. And Serra, I will go out on a limb and say Serra is the best team without a win in the Bay Area right now.
Right.
No, that's a good point. That's
Right,
a good point.
yeah.
They're a really good team, and they played
yeah.
a tough schedule, and now it's time to go into the West Catholic League, and some of these games are going to be easier than the games that they've played so far.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how they fare.
When you schedule tough, it's going to prepare them for league play. And all right, let's see what they got on Saturday. So, I mean, when you look at Serra, you look at Bandel, the quarterback under center for Serra. I mean, you look at Singleton, you look at Gio Henley, who's both effectively defensively and offensively running the ball. So, I mean, I think Bandel just has to just get into a rhythm early and set the tone for these Padres.
It'll be interesting to see. And Chewbacca Walsh running the ball as well.
Yes, and Chewbacca Walsh.
And, that was the problem with Serra when they played De La Salle a couple weeks ago, right? They really just didn't get situated offensively. I mean, again, penalties kept them in the game, but they really need to settle on offense right away. That's going to be the biggest key. They have not scored a point since Folsom.
I think they're going to get off to a very fast start against Valley Christian.
That is the key.
Right.
That is the key. And again, Patrick Walsh, Mike Machado, they know each other so much. It's like
They do.
they know how to coach against each other.
Yeah. They do.
Many years.
And when you look at Valley Christian offensively, the top leading back right now is Ikiah McLemore. So McLemore, and last year it was Leggett and McLemore splitting carries. Leggett, who was a WCAL first team all-league. So he graduated, and now McLemore has the keys for running the ball as RB1. And as a matter of fact, he already has more touchdowns in his first 3 games than he did all last season.
And we said that they throw the ball. Romeo to Pritchard is their quarterback,
right.
Averaging 138 yards a game, through the air.
Just a sophomore.
Yeah, and doing a great job. So
And-
this will be a good test for him.
And you know, he stepped in last year as a freshman, I think against Reardon, right when Valley Christian needed a spark. And, you know, here he is. He's the starting QB for the next, 2 more years after this.
He can sling it.
Yes, he can.
He can
Yes,
really
can.
sling it. So I was very impressed with him when I saw him against St. Francis in terms of throwing the ball downfield. And, he's got an arm.
Yes, he does.
If they need to throw the ball, they'll do it.
Yeah. And these are two teams that want to prove that, hey, we can compete with Reardon.
Right.
Everybody's trying to say, okay, who can beat Reardon at this point?
Right.
The overwhelming favorites to win the league.
Absolutely. I could see this being low scoring.
I agree.
Yeah, I think so.
I think this is going to be a chess match, as some would call it, from a defensive standpoint. This is going to be a low scoring game. And both teams are going to run the ball effectively, I think.
You know, defense, there will be defense in this game, for sure. I don't know if I can make a prediction in this one, man. I'll do it anyway. If I get killed, yeah, I'm just doing my job, guys.
It wouldn't
I'm
be the
sorry.
first time.
It won't be the first time. It won't be the first time. I will be going for Valley Christian,
Wow.
17-13.
Wow.
That's my final score right there.
Okay.
I could see, and I don't know about the outcome because I don't make predictions, but I could see a score like that, 17-13,
17-13.
or even like a 21-16 type game, without a doubt. But this is going to be a battle. And,
Yes, it will.
You know, this is going to be a game that everyone's going to be eyeing on their schedule. It's like, okay, who's going to be that team that could play with Reardon? Yeah. And this is the matchup that will determine that come Saturday night.
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go to our polls.
Polls. Uh-oh, here we go.
So I don't think much changed.
No.
Can I say something about the polls real quick?
Sure.
So it's interesting for however you want to take it. But in our polls, week to week, so last week, the football poll on Instagram did 138,000 views.
Wow.
The flag football poll did 87,000 views. And the girls volleyball poll did 69,000 views.
Interesting.
So take that for what it's worth.
Interesting.
Robert bringing the analytics to this.
Data analytics, that's my middle name. But obviously with over 200,000 views for our polls, people care.
They do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
People are looking at those.
Absolutely.
So we care that we're, trying to do a good job in making them the best they can be.
Correct.
It's never going to be perfect, like I've said in the past, right? We
Hard.
try. It's really, really hard. I mean, just imagine flag football last week. It was just chaotic, right? And then volleyball last year was chaotic. But
I feel like volleyball is always chaotic,
oh
though.
man, well, I wasn't camping this time. That's for sure. When I'm looking at the polls,
I mean,
last week.
with volleyball, it's like 1, 2, and 3 are set majority of the time.
Yeah.
It's literally 4 through 10 that's always a hassle.
yeah, that's true. That is true.
All right.
What are you starting with?
We're gonna go with football first.
Okay.
Again, I don't think anything changed, to be honest with you. De La Salle, Reardon, Pittsburgh, SRV, Serra, San Marin, Cardinal Newman, Ocklanis, Camp Lindo, McClymonds. No changes. No changes. I mean, Reardon was off last week. Serra was off last week. De La Salle impressive at Grant,
Yes.
right? SRV also impressive. Again, no changes really.
Yeah, offensively, De La Salle looked great.
But now, like we said with Cal, we are now heading into the bloodbath of league.
Oh,
play
yeah.
for a lot of these teams.
Okay. Bubble teams.
Bubble teams.
I think you got to put Cal in there.
I'll put Cal in there.
I like St. Ignatius also. They have the loss to Acalanes, but it was a very close game.
So,
And I think they will come back with some big wins as the season
so
goes along.
here's the thing with St. Ignatius. I would love for them to be a bubble team, but their quarterback got hurt against Acalanes. So I think it was an ankle injury. I think it was like an ankle fracture. So we don't know how long he's going to be out. Is he going to be out for the rest of the season? Is he going to be out for a month? We'll see. But we do wish him a speedy recovery.
Yep.
And next man up.
Next man up.
Yeah,
next
that's
man
the
up.
mentality.
Yeah.
When you go in the league play, it's next man up mentality.
Exactly. Do I dare put Los Gatos in this bubble for football?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough.
In honor of Jake Tonjes.
Yes.
He had a big game yesterday. I'll put Claim Valley in this bubble team.
Hard fought victory over Northgate last week for those ugly Eagles.
Yeah,
Okay.
Northgate's a pretty good team too.
Yep.
Ugly win, but a win is a win, right? I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the football poll
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
If Cal beats Mack, are they in the
Yes.
poll? 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair if that happens.
And that sets up a big.
But that's going to be a tough test for Cal.
It's going to be,
Oh, yeah.
again, right?
And that sets up a big Cal San Ramon Valley in league.
Right. Right. Yep.
Well,
Absolutely.
if that happens, if that's the case, we'll be there maybe. Maybe.
We'll be there.
Oh,
Now-
well, there you go.
Now,
Well, there you go.
I will say this, though. So, my question, so SRV lost to Clovis North
Yes.
on Friday, and you still have SRV over Serra. Can you explain a little more on that, please?
Okay, Clovis North is a good team, but again, having
NorCal
win-
champs, by the way.
They are NorCal champs, right? But again, having a victory on the season that takes precedence, right? And I know Serra played Dela, they played Folsom. You know, it was a close game with Folsom until the end. You know, they takes a lot of guts to go down to St. John Bosco and play them. You know, yeah, they got beat, but it's a good Bosco team. But at the end of everything, they have not won a game yet. So it's really tough to put Serra over SRV. But, you know, things will change this week, in my opinion.
Okay.
So that is the reason why I have SRV at 4 and Serra at 5.
And if you're a 4-0 team that's underneath Serra there in the top 10, what's your explanation?
Guys,
like San Marin.
Yeah.
San Marin, again, the quality of opponent, right? Also, yeah, they're 4-0, but who'd you guys play? San Marin played Moreau Catholic. A win is a win, but Moreau not really as good this year.
San Marin also beat SI, though.
Yeah, I don't think SI is as good as last year, in my opinion. Right? I mean, SI just had a magical run last year. But, yeah, you know, Serra or San Marin, they could crack the top 5 in a couple weeks. They could. I think if Serra loses again, they'll be in the top 5.
Okay.
If Serra loses again.
And if San Marin keeps winning, of course,
Exactly.
as well. What about like Cardinal Newman, Acalanes?
Same thing with Cardinal Newman.
Okay.
Same thing with Cardinal Newman. Same thing with Acalanes. Although, you know, we're looking forward to the Acalanes Camp Lindo game at some point.
Yeah.
Acalanes Clayton Valley. I mean,
That'll be great.
We can't wait for those games.
Right. Okay. Make your way over the flag.
All right, flag. We're going to go Menlo still number 1. Again, until they lose to someone in the Bay Area, they will be the number 1 team. Liberty number 2. Los Lomas number 3. Acalanes number 4. Carmont number 5. Heritage 6. Granada 7. Cal drops to 8 because they lost to Doherty Valley.
That's a big drop.
Yeah, but Doherty Valley though, I mean, you know, do I do the 6-7 mid thingy? You know, I mean, they're mid and they should not have lost to Doherty Valley in my opinion. Amador Valley 9 and Sacred Heart Prep drops down to 10 because they lost to Milpitas at home.
Do you have a Milpitas rule?
Well, they're not in the pool yet, but they're in the bubble.
If you lose to Milpitas, you have to drop down?
Well, not necessarily, but I mean,
As a Milpitas grad?
As the Milpitas man.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I think Milpitas is playing better. But when you compare it to when they started the year, I think they've won like 7 or 8 of their
They're
last
a
9
solid
games.
team.
They're a solid team.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like in flag football that there are some games that these good teams play and they just come out and lay an egg and have a bad game occasionally?
And that
happens.
It happens, but you got to keep in mind they're playing 4 or 5 games over a course of a week. That's a lot.
It's a real different
sometimes
thing.
2, sometimes 3. I know there are a couple teams that only played 1 game last week, sure, but when they have these like double headers on the weekends, that can be a grind.
Yeah. And I shot some of these teams. I shot Liberty. I've shot Los Gatos. I've shot Sacred Heart Prep. And the games that I shot with them, I'm like, guys, this team looked really good. And then they end up losing a game to somebody that they really shouldn't lose to. And that doesn't happen in tackle football.
I think that's all mental.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's
Tough to get up for every single game.
Right. Yeah.
And even Liberty, our second-ranked team, so I talked about earlier, shot them last week, and they came out, and they just did not look good early on in the game, and then they got it together and changed their quarterback and got going. That's definitely not something you see in tackle football very often, where your quarterback's not doing well, and they change him out. I mean, it happens, but not a lot.
But good flag football teams make adjustments.
They got to adjust, yeah.
And
Interesting.
That starts with coaching. That starts with preparation. That starts with, athletes listening to their coaches to prepare. And
that was Los Gatos, too. I saw Los Gatos play, and I thought they looked great. And their quarterback was player of the week that week, and then, they had a couple of bad losses after that.
But you know what? Again, and I've said it again. I've said this too, right? I don't blame these teams for, really challenging themselves. I had a chance to talk to Coach Reinman before the Menlo game. Hey, there's a reason why we're scheduling these teams. We're scheduling Menlo. We're scheduling Granada. We're scheduling Amateur Valley. It's to prepare the girls for the playoffs, right? So you know what to expect when the playoffs come around. Hey, this is the level we're going to be seeing from here on out. We need to keep up with that.
Yeah. And I think Jake's right. To get up for 3 or 4 games every week,
it's for the most
football game, it's just hard.
Right.
It's not easy,
Yeah.
right? It's not easy.
We have a really good matchup that I see in my eyes are bubble teams.
Yes.
Out of the Peninsula Bay. Menlo Atherton and Mills.
Yeah,
These are
that's-
2 solid flag football programs. I mean, when you start off with Mills, they are 3-0. They had a great season last year. They made it all the way to the Peninsula Bay League title game against Carlmont. And yes, they did lose that, but Carlmont's a really, really good team.
Yeah.
No question about it. Mills is a really good squad. They are good. They have a Maya Moore, who is an outstanding receiver. She can line up as a DB and can make plays and can lock receivers up, as a matter of fact. And Mills is off to a great start. 3-0. They beat Washington of San Francisco. They beat South San Francisco, as well as Half Moon Bay. So they're looking good.
Yeah.
And for Menlo Atherton, 7-1, a great start for them. They dominated in their last game against San Mateo, winning 26-0. And Sammy Ruiz is someone that sets the tempo for the Bears on defense. 5 TFLs, lights out defender.
Yeah. Super important.
Super
Bear down.
important.
Bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down.
So here's a thing. We're shooting that game, Menlo Atherton Mills this week?
Yes, on Wednesday.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
8 of the 10 teams in our flag football poll are public schools. Just 2 private schools. I was at Mitty the other day shooting a volleyball game, and they said, we are adding flag football next year. Be interesting to see if the public schools can continue to dominate the flag football programs as the private schools add.
I think they can.
Yeah.
I think they can. I mean, unless these athletes decide to transfer for flag football.
That'll be interesting to see how that works out.
We haven't seen that yet.
No.
I can't recall any situations that have occurred with anyone transferring for flag football. I mean, this sport is so young.
Yeah.
It is.
We're 3 years in now. Over 2 years, I should say. On to year 3, I should say.
Right.
Still a young sport.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see
Absolutely.
how that shakes
Okay.
out.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't think Valley Christian has a flag football team either, right?
I don't believe so.
So again, right? I mean, every season we get new schools, start flag football programs. Again, it's really, really nice to see.
The one thing is for sure is the girls are really enjoying it.
Absolutely.
Right.
They're having a great time.
All right, that's all I got. Okay.
Oh, we're doing the left hand again?
Yeah, so
Hey, you hit
I
the
was
key-
able to hit the camera last time.
Really?
I was.
That was an Aubrey thing. You can't do that without him here. Too much pressure.
There's no pressure.
A lot of
Don't say
pressure.
that. Okay,
Here we go, here we
It's
go.
safe
I
to
just psyched him
say
out completely.
You've been covered.
It's close.
Thanks, Jake.